Hi, welcome to Guide to Fluency. Today, I'll be reviewing the Rocket German language program. I'll discuss what the Rocket Learning Framework is all about, how Rocket compares to other apps, and of course, whether I think the Rocket German course is any good. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that we also have a detailed written review over on our website in case you need more information. All you have to do to get there is Google Guide to Fluency Rocket German Review. Alright, so compared to other German language apps, Rocket takes a different approach to learning. Instead of 5 to 10 minute drill-based lessons like you get with Duolingo, for example, the Rocket German lessons are much more comprehensive. They focus more on receptive language skills, listening and reading, since input tends to be more important than output during the early stages of language acquisition. Because of this, the heart of each Rocket lesson is interactive audio exercises where an English moderator guides you through a real conversation between fluent German speakers. Each audio lesson takes around 20 to 30 minutes to complete, and the moderator regularly stops to explain the context of the conversation, provide insights, and ask you questions to keep you engaged. Following each audio exercise are dedicated grammar lessons, as well as a variety of drills that focus more on writing and speaking, so you get exposure to all the foundations of the language. It works to cover all the areas of the language, but it does skew more towards listening and reading since the audio exercises are the backbone of each lesson. With that in mind, let's get into pricing. It's difficult to compare Rocket to other language apps since they only offer lifetime plans. There are no cheap monthly subscription options like you get with apps like Babbel or Rosetta Stone. The Rocket German course does seem super expensive when you compare it to apps with monthly or yearly subscription options. However, in terms of the lifetime packages that other companies offer, the Rocket German package is actually pretty affordable. So after discounts, the entire Rocket German course, levels 1, 2, and 3, ends up costing around $180. For comparison purposes, the lifetime packages from Rosetta Stone, Babbel, and Pimsleur cost around $150, $300, and $450, respectively. So the Rocket German course actually lands near the more affordable end. Again, Rocket is almost always offering some sort of sale or special promotion, so definitely make sure to check the description below for discounts. In fact, I'll do my best to keep it updated with the most current coupon codes I can find, so make sure to check that out before purchasing. Alright, now that we've covered the Rocket Learning Framework and pricing, let's move into the pros and cons, starting with the positives. As you've probably gathered by now, the Rocket German program is ideal for auditory learners, given audio exercises are the base of the curriculum. So if you're the type of person who acquires and retains information best through listening, then the Rocket German course should be right up your alley. You get a ton of exposure to fluent German speakers. Plus, I like that the moderator within the audio exercises prompts you to play along and participate in the conversations because it forces you to be an active listener rather than a passive listener. Next, because a good portion of the Rocket curriculum is audio-based, it gives you flexibility in where and how you want to complete lessons. Unlike other language apps, you do not have to be in front of a screen. Instead, for the audio portion of each lesson, you can put your phone in your pocket and get through lessons while you're getting things done around your home or on your commute. It's definitely a lot more convenient compared to other language apps. In addition to the audio lessons, I love that Rocket offers in-depth verbal practice exercises as well. That way you can practice your output too, actually speaking. So not only does Rocket offer quick verbal exercises like most other language apps, like the usual repeating words and phrases, but they also take it a step further with a unique role-playing game. How it works is that following each audio exercise, you have the option to replay the conversation. And what's cool is that Rocket gives you the opportunity to step in and replace one of the fluent speakers. That way you get conversational practice that requires you to think off the top of your head and respond under pressure as you would in real-life situations, which in my opinion is an extremely valuable and necessary step in the language acquisition process. This is one of the features that sets Rocket apart from other German courses, so I had to highlight it. Next pro is Rocket's speech recognition technology. It's one of the best in the language learning industry. It uses Google's Web Speech API that many linguists consider to be the most advanced speech tool in the world. That way, as you complete the verbal practice drills and conversational role-playing scenarios, you get instant and accurate feedback on your pronunciation so you can continue to improve your speech. Last thing I want to highlight in terms of the positives is that Rocket provides detailed grammar instruction in addition to their standard lessons. Rocket is actually one of the few companies that provides their own dedicated grammar lessons. That way you can get a feel for the German grammar rules as your knowledge for the language progresses. And what's special about this is that these grammar lessons include interactive elements to keep you engaged, along with cultural insights so you can understand the context and reasoning behind certain German expressions and slang that only locals would know. So I have to hand it to Rocket. They definitely go the extra mile with this program. Now that we've covered the pros, it's only fair we also discuss the cons. The first one is that the Rocket German program isn't ideal for visual learners. As you know by this point, the majority of the Rocket curriculum is either audio or text-based. So needless to say, if visuals help you absorb information better, whether that's through pictures, graphics, or videos, Rocket is likely not the best fit for your learning style. In this case, you may want to check out something more visual-based, like either LingoPie or Rosetta Stone instead. Con number 2, and I know I mentioned this earlier, but the Rocket lessons are pretty lengthy, which is great because you know the lessons are all-encompassing, but it's also not so great if you have a busy schedule. Each lesson takes around an hour or so to complete between the interactive audio exercise, various practice drills, and grammar instruction. So you need to be honest with yourself. If you can only afford a few minutes per day to dedicate towards learning German, then maybe an app like Babbel could be a better fit because of their short lesson format. The next con is that unlike Duolingo, Busuu, and some other language apps, there's really no community feel among users. There's no chance for you to connect and interact with other learners. If that's something that is important to you, keep that in mind. For me personally, it's not that big a deal, but I thought I would mention it. And lastly, Rocket does not offer any live class options or upgrades. It would be great if they did. I'm a big fan of live classes, like the ones Babbel offers, for example. They are a great way to learn from experienced German teachers and interact with other users at your level, but that's just not a possibility with Rocket, unfortunately. Before I give you my final thoughts, I should mention that every single month here at Guide to Fluency, we give away a free language learning subscription to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter. I'll put all the details down below in the description. It'll take you less than 10 seconds, and you could win free access to the Rocket German course. Alright, so is Rocket a good option for learning German? Well, after testing the program, the answer is a resounding yes, in my opinion. Sure, I have a few minor grievances, but all in all, this is easily the most well-rounded and complete course I've tested so far. Rocket offers everything you could want in a language program. Exposure to fluent German speakers through audio exercises, opportunities for you to participate in real German conversations, pronunciation feedback via their speech software, helpful grammar instruction, the works. If you're serious about learning German, I highly recommend Rocket. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Check out the rest of our YouTube channel for more language learning reviews and comparisons. Bye for now.